Hi, I'm Sarah, you're watching 10 German Words, and I totally didn't steal this from Prince Word. Links are in the description. Today we're talking about words that are spelled the same in English and German but mean something completely different. Let's get started. The first word we are talking about today is Boot. Boot pronounced in German would be Boot, das Boot, which probably sounds familiar if you know the movie, or if you know this. So if you're in Germany and you want to order a Stiefel, you probably have to say Stiefel because Germans might be confused if you call it Boot or Boot. Whatever. Word number 2. Angel. If you pronounce it German, it's Engel. Die Engel, which means fishing rod. If you want to say angel in German, you would say Engel. Which brings us to our next word, hell. If you pronounce it German, hell, it means bright or light. If you want to send someone to hell, you would say Hölle in German, die Hölle. And what could you use to send someone to hell? Actually yourself, probably. Poison, which brings us to our next word, which is gift. Gift in English is a present, giving someone a present or a gift. And in German, gift, das Gift, means poison. So you see, giving someone a gift can mean something completely different. Poison can be a really slow or really quick death. So the next word we're talking about is fast. Fast, pronounced in German, is fast, which means almost. If you're talking about a fast car, you're talking about schnell. Schnell is Auto, which sounds really weird. Fast car sounds so much better. And this fast car can turn links on the next intersection, which is our next word, links, which means left in German. Links is left and right is rechts. And if you're talking about links like hyperlinks, we would probably use the same word in German. And as we're talking about bad people, bad is our next word. Bad, das Bad means bathroom. And in Germany you don't ask for the bathroom or restroom, you specifically ask for the toilet. So if a German person comes up to you and asks for the toilet, that's not because they're rude or anything, it's just like how we do it and they're not used to asking for the restroom. For me it was really like, I don't really want to use your bathroom, I just want to use your toilet. So if you have a toilet, that's fine for me, I don't really need to go to your bathroom. So it's really confusing for us. So a German person probably would ask, can I use your toilet? Kann ich dein Klo benutzen? Where's the toilet? Wo ist das Klo? Wo ist die Toilette? It really depends where you're from. Where I'm from the south, you probably would say Klo. And if you're high in society, you probably would use toilet. Or if you're from the north. That's just how I think Germans say Klo or toilet. After someone gave you the instructions to go to the toilet or restroom, you could say, that was so kind of you to tell me where it is. In German, kind, Kind, means child, das Kind. And if you're talking about kind, you could say nett, but nett and kind is not really the same thing. It's more like nice and nett is the same thing. Kind is more like, we don't really use it like this. Any word we would use would sound very old-fashioned, so I would say we don't really use it like that. And because this is way too fast, I will post a list in the description below, and list is the next word. List in English is a list in Germany, but list, die List, means something like cunning. It's almost like pranking someone or kind of achieving something by being sneaky. And that type of behavior you can see in sage, sage, which is our next word. In English it means herb or herb. Talking about herb or herbs, Americans and British, you guys are so confusing. Herb sounds way more American than herb, which is more French, you know. The same with garage and garage. Garage sounds so more American, but it's actually British, and garage, it's like American, and it is so confusing to me. And if I talk about that with you guys, you're like, no, that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, hamburger. Die Sage is almost like an old-fashioned story. It's like a legend, it's saga, it's like heroic, it's Nibelungen. Something like that would be a saga. I think it could also be like a fairy tale, so anything that is like with heroes and happy endings and not so happy endings and tragic, and we don't necessarily use saga nowadays, but it's definitely a word that's still out there, and it is an accounting software company. Yeah. That's how far my knowledge goes. Maybe I should use Wikipedia. And that's our first episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or requests, please leave them in the comments. I try to translate and help you. If you have any questions, obviously I can't translate whole sentences. You still have Google for that. I'm just saying. No, if you have any questions or if it's just like words or phrases you don't understand or get, tell me. I'll try my best. I wasn't the best at school, but I think I'm still decent in German, although I start forgetting words, which is kind of terrible. Okay, that's it, and let's see, how do we... Oh, let's do the boat. I see you next time. Let's see if that works. Okay, I need to go down. Down, 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 down. Talking about other stories, I have a little story to the word sage. Shane Dawson was asking for a different word for epic. Dory and we basically came up with sage. So instead of saying this is epic, we would say this is sage. We made a whole video about it. I link it in the description because it's like 5 years old. It's hilarious. I'm not even sure if I would watch it today. A couple of my followers and viewers from the past, they often tweet me like, hey, check this out, it's sage, or your video was sage instead of awesome. And I'm really happy about that because I kind of get an idea that people stick around, stay around and still watch my videos. And then last week I saw a tweet from YouTube Creators, which is the official Twitter from YouTube for all creators, and they were tweeting about a video and said sage video, and I was like, oh my god, I made sage happen.